Napakahirap sundan ng ating Solicitor General. Pwede, napakagaling. Sana hindi nyo kami maging kliyente mag-asawa. Oh. Alam mo, Solgen, yung ex-girlfriend ko, which is now my wife, magsyota lang kami 1 buwan. After 1 month, kinasal kami. Awa ng Diyos, sa January 10, 26 na kami. Awa naman ng Diyos. But mahirap talaga ang buhay may mag-asawa. Meron pa bang binata rito? Ba't parang mukhang binat na yung nagtaas ng kamay? Sa mga dalaga, ito particular sa binata. And I think married women in this chamber, in this hall, will agree with this. Nagkakasal din kasi ako. Nagkakasal din ako. Sabi, at sinasabi ko rin, for happy life, there are only 2 rules in marriage. 2 basic rules. Wala nang ibang rules. The first rule, pag kinakasal ko na, wife is always right. Tanong niyo mga babae dyan. Wife is always right. The second rule is that if you think your wife is wrong, refer to rule number 1. Happy wife, happy life. But kidding aside, there is half truth of it. Mas masaya ang asawa mo, mas hindi ka nagagambala. Mas sumasaya ang pagsama. But again, that is marriage. That's not about ease of doing business. Natuwa lang ako doon sa binalita sa atin ni Solicitor General Attorney Darlene Marie Berberabe, Ma'am, to Secretary Ernesto Perez, Sir, to Deputy Director General Attorney RJ Echeverry. Very close sa akin yung airpat ni RJ, former mayor of Caloocan. In tagal na. During the 90s, ma-discover nyo yung age ko. When his father running for Congress, ako ay isa sa Dikit Boys. Alam niyo yung Dikit Boys? Taga-dikit ng poster. Tumatakbong congressman noon, si former Mayor Echeverry. Andun kami, hanggang doon sa Tala. Kasi ako kasi anak ako sa labas eh. Yung first family ng papa ko, nasa Manggahan, Caloocan. Kaya lang baka maging malito kayo eh. Tondo, Tala. Pero nung araw kasi, kami mga bata, abilidad ang pinairal namin. Kung saan may trabaho, saan may tsape, doon kami pupunta. Kaya ako'y naging trabahante ng tatay ni Assistant Deputy Director General Attorney RJ Echeverry. I send my regards to your father. Tapos tinulungan pa ako noon, nung halalan, noong 2007, if I'm not mistaken. To Ma'am Agnes, I think si Ma'am Agnes yata nandito, kanina de Banadera, Rachel Ann Gabrador, Alex Brillantes, Jason Teng, Engineer Jericho Labonete, Walter Bacaresa, at sana kamag-anak ko kayo. Kasi nung mahirap ako, naghanap ako ng maraming kamag-anak eh. Roy Moreno, Chairman and President ng Philippine Quality Awards Foundation. Sa lahat ng mga guests na naririto, si Walter, nandito si Walter. Sa mga taga PhilHealth. Because I just want to say thank you because the other day, in just span of 3 months, the City of Manila received an award with PhilHealth giving recognition as top-notch healthcare provider in the entire country in just a matter of 3 months. Galing sa PhilHealth. At sa lahat pa ng mga naparito, welcome po kayo sa Maynila. To Arta family, thank you very much. At dito nyo ginawa ang inyong konbensyon. Mabasa sana kayo ng ulan. At dumami pa kayong mga katulad nyo na ginagawa ang ganitong mahalagang event dito sa lungsod. Because the more you do it in Manila, the more Manila will earn. Opo, napakahalaga po sa amin nowadays ang pagkita, ang pagbuhay ng mga negosyo sa lungsod. I think most of you knows already that the city is suffering from a grave fiscal mismanagement. Literal. No sugarcoating. I'm operating at negative 10.2 billion when I started in July 1. The sad story of it. But you know, the people have decided we must do our part, and people are expecting for you to solve problems. Because if they are happy with the past, malamang yung past pa rin ang present ngayon. But past is past. There is now new present leadership in the city of Manila now. And let me share, because Arta is very close to Manila. And if I may remind you, in 2021, binigyan nyo ng recognition yung aming administration sa ease of doing business. I think we were the first of all cities, first to be trained by Arta family, first to be recognized and compliant, most of it in Arta rules and regulations. Now, at dahil doon, noong mga panahon na yun, 2019, 2022, despite of economic challenges, because of that dreadful virus, affected the world, not only Manila, not only the country, but the entire world economy, because of policies that we implemented from a regular 20-30 billion a year of worth of business na pumapasok before 2019. On our first year, 123 billion pesos worth of business ang pumasok sa lungsod ng Maynila. And the second year, the height of pandemic, would you believe? 170 billion worth of business across. Wala na yan, maliit, malaki, horizontal, vertical, from the private sector. This generated so much jobs in the city. Tuwan-tuwa kami. In fact, those were the years when we introduced EBOS. At yun ay kinilala ng Arta. And naturally, the implementation of what my professor in Boston said. Sabi niya, actually nasyak kami noon nung umpisa. When he said, sabi niya, you cannot solve corruption. Sabi nung professor ko, napalingong kami magkakaklase. May murmuring. Pero hindi pala tuldok yung sentence na yun. Comma pala yun. You cannot solve corruption. Sabi niya, but the only way for corruption to die naturally is to limit human discretion in government transaction. And yun nabuhay, isinabuhay ko nung nabigyan ako sa unang pagkakataon ng maging punong lungsod. Diyan po na-imbento yung Go Manila. And Go Manila, maraming narating. Yung iba nasa cellphone nyo pa. Lalo na pag nagta-travel kayo abroad. You access that app or that Gov app. When you look at the face and the interface of that app of the national government, ang lolo niyan, Go Manila app. And with that, nagkaroon ng access ang aming mamamayan ng mas episyente na makapagbayad ng walang nakikitang utaw. In fact, nahihirapan pa kami nun magpaliwanag dahil hirap na hirap tumanggap ng virtual receipt yung utaw. Sabi, hindi ito resibo. Ano lang to. But through the years, nag-adapt yung aming mga nagbabayad ng buwis sa business tax. And we lessen the foot traffic, particularly pagdating na ng Pebrero. Ako, Diyos ko, kasama ng City Hall. And you do the math. At almost 400,000 RPUs, or real property tax unit, at almost 60,000 businesses, at one person attending to it, fulfilling its obligation to the city government, in less than 4,000 square meter, at 100 square meter office space. Kaya kung bakit nababalitaan nyo nung araw, ang pila sa City Hall, wagas. Biri may magbabayad ka na ng buwis, bagong chinchanso ka, saka nakatasya ka. Lahat ng koloretes, ang ganda-ganda mo nung umaga. Gabi na hindi ka pa nakakabayad, gulagulanit ka na. And most likely, you will be a victim, you will be submitted to the fishing ground. The hallway is the fishing ground of City Hall. Mabibingwit ka ng mga fixer. Most likely. But with that Go Manila implementation of e-boss, unti-unti natuto ang tao, nag-adapt ang tao, buti na lang nagka-pandemya kasi nasanay na ang tao magbayad online dahil sa Lazada at Shopee. With that kind of experience, ay natuto na rin silang tanggapin sa transaksyon ng pamahalaan na digital transaction. And we were very happy about it. Can you imagine, on one given Saturday, is there an office on a Saturday? There is none. On a Sunday, there is none. 5 o'clock onwards, there is none. But we continue to make money because it is available, even nighttime, because it is online. Lalo na yung mga nagmamadali. I think the lawyers will agree with this, no? Yung prescribed period, it speaks of 11:59 ng gabi. On 12:01, that's another day. And another day, pagka ikay nagipit na atrasado sa pagbayad, you will be penalized. But even sarado na ang pamahalaan, with this technology, they can avail of paying with ease at the tip of their fingertips and comfort of their home. Maybe habang nagdadrive o nagdadrive yung asawa niya, nagbabayad siya ng mga obligasyon sa syudad ng Maynila. Doon kami lumaki. Doon kami lumago. Because yung liquidity portion ng gobyerno ay may takdang araw at takdang season at takdang oras lang. But kahit holiday ngayon, o kahit naulan, minsan nga tinatanong ko si Paul, si Atty. Paul, nomag ka. Nagugulat kami, modesty aside, most of the time, until 8 o'clock may opisina pa ang City Hall. But generally, at 5, as a general rule, wala na. Pero kaya kami nagpapang-usap-usap, nagtatanong ako, magkano kinita natin today? Because why is it very important the way I said in my opening statement, thank you for you doing this in Manila. More business for Manila Hotel, more jobs for the people of Manila. More jobs, more business. At the end of the day, imbudo yan. Uuwi yan sa pamahalaan. At dalawang uri ng pamahalaan, national government at local government. Ito ang buhay. In the absence of such resources and absence of immediate access to such resources, it may delay or incur delay to development or stimulation of our economy, domestically or the country itself. Kaya po, kayong mga taga-ARTA family, thank you for training us Andyan no si Levi Pacundo, ang aming direktor ng BPLO. Yan. Kaya lamang, may malungkot na nangyari, nung nawala ako, hindi ko alam kung na-heart attack yung ibos eh. It was sad to say, no? Bakit mawawalain ang isang bagay na nagbibigay ng buti sa taxpayer at kapanatagan sa alkalde? Biribo, ito literal When I asked my treasurer, magkano kinita ngayon? May numero kagad. Kung wala yung mga yan, teka lang sir, kakalculator ko lang. May dagdag bawas yung calculator. Alam mo naman ang calculator, depende sa napipindot na numero. Patay na. Just imagine if you're a mayor, binabantayan mo BPLO, assessor, property tax, regulatory fees, contractor's tax, and everything. You do the math. Wala ka nang ginawa, kundi magbantay ng kaha o maging takalyera ng syudad. Ang trabaho ng alkalde, mag-isip, magplano, magpasatupad ng gawaing pambayan, kapanatagan ng pamumuhay, kaaliwalasan ng pamayanan, at mga paggawaing bayan na pakikinabangan sa kasalukuyan, sa kalagitnaan at pangmatagalan. Mauubos ang oras mong kababantay. But rest assured, to the Arta family here, binalik na po namin. And we just processed 6,000 plus in less than 150 days of new businesses in the city of Manila because of this ease of doing business. And there was not a urban lay, but it's a true story. When I assume about a few days after that I assume, there is this big corporation in the world who've been applying business in the city of Manila. Been applying for 11 months. And the only business it's going to bring in the city of Manila is CY, or what you call container yard. But they are the biggest in the world, a shipping company. 11 months. Salamat sa mga taga Maynila, nahalal ako. Immediately, a friend of mine went to the office and told me the story. Can you bring those people? Dumating naman. 11 months. I-issuean lang ng business permit. I-issuean lang ng business permit. They cannot apply. Because of what confusion? Alam mo, ewan ko, siguro may iba naman taga-gobyerno rito, marahil makaka-relate kayo. May mga tao, what you call institutionalized. No? They will only give you a problem that they're the only one who can solve it. Because of the zoning, there was a confusion and discretion made by our employees to consider it as a residential because it's just a cross-residential community. Marami namang batas na nagsasaad under exceptional circumstances. But to cut the long story short, and I guarantee you this, and this is a true story, in less than 12 hours, nagbayad siya ng business, na-issuean siya ng SOA, ni Levi Pacundo, lumabas ang kanyang zoning, in less than 12 hours, meron siyang business permit sa lungsod ng Maynila. And if not, they're about to leave. We've lost 374,000 pesos of income. But income is just one time. In our crime prevention approach is the hardest approach. Because the easier approach is kapag nang hold up, nangalawit yung tulisan, namerwis yung tulisan, yung mga tolonges, hulihin namin. And in fact, that is a guarantee. We'll go after you. But if you do it in Manila, no matter how long, how short, wherever you are, hanggat may lupa, unless nakatira ka sa West Philippine Sea, that's another story. Other than that, we'll go after you. We'll make sure you'll pay. But that's the day-to-day activities of peace and order situation. Ang pinakamahirap is to provide opportunity because I grew up in a very challenging, I think alam niyo naman siguro, pinasasarap ko lang yung salita. Challenging community. Ang isang tao, kapag nakapaghanap buhay, malamang sa hindi siya mamemerwisyo ng kapwa niya. Kasi meron siyang chicha. Meron siyang hanap buhay. Kaya minsan na itutulak ang isang tao, dalawang bagay, batugan or dala ng sitwasyon. And most likely is the situation, yung hirap ng buhay. And how can I relate that to Arta? Kapag maluwag, maaliwalas ang pagpasok ng negosyo sa lungsod, mas marami kaming future taxes, which is in the future, but the immediate effect is that papayapa ang aming pamayanan dahil may hanap buhay ang mga taga-lungsod ng Maynila. And that is hard. But that kind of hard way is the long-lasting way. So that's why, vividly, I recall this type of order to Levy Pacundo as our BPLO. When I assume again, sabi ko, Levy, issue permit, we inspect later. Let them do business first, and let's trust that these people will tell the honest and true, correct declaration. Bakit kailangan ng gobyerno magduda sa gusto maghanap buhay sa kanyang syudad? Na pagkakatagal-tagalan natin, 3 buwan na, imbes na nag-operate na ng 3 buwan, dahil tayo'y adik, daig ba natin ang adik? Alam mo yung adik? Tamang hinala. Maraming tamang hinala sa gobyerno bakit kailangan mo pagdududahan mo yung tao? Sino ba namang in his right mind na magsisinungaling, magbubukas pa lang siya ng negosyo, mali na kanya ang deklarasyon. And with that, as I have said, thanks to Levy and his team, 6 na bulig, mahigit, new businesses, 10 million above, in just 150 days. 12,000 jobs, actually 13,800 plus jobs created with that. By just letting the business sector to have that kind of level of confidence and level of, papagkakatiwalaan ko tong lungsod ng Maynila. Masarap magnegosyo rito sa lungsod ng Maynila. And with that, with a regular 61% in the past 3 years of efficiency in collection, with EBOS, with those policies in place, we raise it to 81%. 20% growth in 4 months in terms of efficiency. And last 2 items, sesya na kayo madaldal kami talaga mga politiko. Kumain na ba kayo? Buti naman. Last 2 items. Isa sa naging abusado, let's call a spade, no? Na ahensya ng gobyerno sa lokal, like Manila, I can only say for Manila, is the zoning permit. Manila is old. It is an old city. We're proud of it because we have a lot of story to tell. That is our advantage being the city of Manila and being old. We don't have that kind of luxury of 5th Street, 7th Street, 10th Street, and so on and so forth. But we have a character. And sometimes doing business in Manila, hindi nagpo-fall sa right places. And that can be subjected to discretion. Now, mind you, to those who are listening, non-ARTA family, at gusto nyo magnegosyo sa Maynila, about a month ago, your Manila Zoning Board created a new policy, which I chair. The 22 items to be complied with by businesses, particularly real property developer. There is about 22 items. I'm happy to announce to each and every one of you, and especially to Arta family, it's now 7 items to be complied with. Ay mangyari, pipito na lang. Hindi ka pa qualified. You still fail to the zoning board. So you need an exemption. Under the exceptional circumstances or situation, you are required to submit 15 items. Now, I'm happy to share to you, 5 items is only needed to be submitted. Kaya yung mga nagtatagal ng 4 na buwan, 5 buwan, awa ho ng Diyos. Basta fully compliant ka, 3 days. Pag tumagal ng 3 days yun, kokonyatan ko na si Mark. That's how it is. That's how sabi ko, pag yan tumagal, halos nagsumiti na lahat. Kasi, why are we moving fast? And there must be a logic behind it. It's not a perfect government. I cannot guarantee you that. We're all human beings. We tend to make mistakes, no? But at least may particular sets of rules lang. As a matter of universal guide for everyone to follow in our ranks. Now, bakit gusto namin mabilis? You know, ang pera mawawala. Ang pera pwedeng bumalik. Ang pera ginagasta. Ang pera pwede pa rin kitain. But when you lose time, you cannot buy back time. And time creates opportunity also. And time will give you high probability of being successful. Hindi perfect, but it's high probability of having in your hand yung goal, yung dreams, your aspiration. Because stagnation, hibernation, and analysis, too much analysis, sabi ng science teacher ko nung araw, analysis, paralysis. So, we must move fast. I want the business to come in as fast as we can because we've lost 3 years of growth. We stunted. And it's not because of the business community. As kaming nasa pamalan, that 3 years of different manager, let's just put that in right perspective, created stunting. Talagang plateau towards decline. Plateau towards decline and unnecessary expenses, that is disaster for government. Patay na ang mamamayan nun. Todas kayo. Kaya kung nakakabalita kayo ni Hiringilya, ewan ko nababalita nyo sa Maynila, hindi available. Bulak mo ilalagay sa ilong, patay ka na. Hindi pa available. Benda. This is just an effect of simple management. Kaya lagi kaming nagmamadali sa Maynila. Because we always give high value to time. Yun naman po ang amin doon. Kaya, as our commitment today, pumanatag kayo, itong November, pati Amilyar, hindi nyo na kailangan magpunta sa City Hall. We are now digitizing everything and we're about to launch an end-to-end solution in tax payment of Amilyar sa City Government of Manila. And that's good for our immigrants. That's good for our OFW, for property and condominium here in Manila. Hindi na matotodas ng kamag-anak nila yung pinadalang pambayad ng Amilyar. Alam mo, pag nalipat sa kamay ng ibang palad yung pambayad ng Amilyar, napupunta sa SM yung may dala . And before you know it, ako, Diyos ko, baon-baon na. Baon-baon na. Yung naghihirap sa abroad, sa utang sa lungsod. Now, and let me take this opportunity na magbayad sana po kayo ng milyar. Gentle reminder, your local chief executive asked the city council to pass the longest general tax amnesty. So you still have until December 31, may utang dyan na 5 taon na sa business tax, hindi pa kayo nagsasara, o hindi kayo nagbabayad. Tirahin nyo na to, baka may tumira pa ng iba. Sayang naman. Then, that's one. That's the general tax amnesty. Second, magbayad na po kayo amilyar hanggang December 10. May 20% discount po kayo. O pagka December 11 onwards naman, up to before January 1, may 15% kayo. O pag January 1 bago mag-31, meron kayong 5%. O. Grab the opportunity. Yes, kailangan namin ng pera. Pero hindi namin kailangan manggipit ng negosyante at naghahanap buhay sa lungsod. In fact, we wanted our tax base bigger and wider. Yan ang aming goal. Ulitin ko po, bayad na kayo. Sa 17, may 13-month pay eh. Muli, maraming salamat sa inyo sa araw na ito. At kung hindi kalabisan, umikot po kayo sa Manila, gumastos pa kayo. Magandang araw at patpalain nawa kayo ng buong may kapal. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much to the Honorable Isko Moreno for that inspiring message. Your words remind us that trust is earned through consistent transparency and that accountability in service delivery must be rooted in a genuine commitment to serve the public with integrity and care. The Anti-Red Tape Authority presents this certificate of appreciation to Mayor Isko Moreno for his in grateful recognition of his invaluable support and contribution to the successful conduct of the 2025 Ease of Doing Business Convention with the theme, Lead with EODB, leveraging efficiency, accountability, and digitalization for ease of doing business. Given this 5th day of November 2025 at the Manila Hotel, City of Manila. Signed, Secretary Ernesto V. Perez. Now, for real this time, we would like to invite everyone to please rise as we take our signature crowd shot. Thank you everyone for your patience and cooperation with our crowd shot. You may now take your seats. continue this afternoon's program, we are privileged to hear from another respected leader in the public sector whose work embodies the very essence of turning the principles of governance into meaningful, measurable action. Now to resume our session, delivering a